Hi YouTube. So I bought myself an Ice Master. This was on special at a local shop near us called Jack's. I don't think there's too many of them in the country, but it is Tesco's answer to Lidl and Aldi. They released their own budget supermarket called Jack's. So these are about 150 quid, I think. I paid 119 for this. It's a chilled pump. It takes any 5 litres. So this is Doom Bar. These are the most popular, I think. They sell them all over the place. Morrison's, Tesco's, Asda. And then this one over here, that's just an empty one that I got from my local home brew shop. But I've also ordered some spare bungs because when this is empty, I can reuse it, put another bung in the top, use the same tap and pop it in this with my own brewing, or even I've got some 2 litre bottles of ciders over there. I can fill them up with that. This takes 5 litres, so 2.5 bottles of that cider. Shove them in this, and it's draft beer, chilled, ready to pour whenever you want to. So don't know if it's any good, but let's crack the box open and have a look. It's Christmas Eve, by the way. Kids have just gone to bed. Okay, so what have we got? That looks like there's some pipe in there. That looks like the pipe that goes into the mini kegs. Oh no, what that is? That's for cleaning. That pump there, I think that's how you pump the cleaning solution back through this line. And then we've got 3 of these. So these are 16 grams CO2. That's obviously the pump handle. That's it. Ooh, sexy. Move these barrels out of the way. Look at that in a minute, see what else is in the box. That's it. Nothing else in there. So that's a drip tray. With that protective film on it. If it peels off quickly, I'll do it now, yeah. So there's my drip tray. That's it, clips in. And then let's get the machine up here. There we go. There we go. Very nice. And then this will sit there. Very nice. Really like that first impressions. Yep, just clicks on, that's it. That's a nice sturdy feel. Do the important stuff first. So I hope you all had a good Christmas. I did. It was a very good one for us. So what I'm going to do, I put a short 1 minute video on of me pulling a pint on. Let me just move this so that you can see it a bit better. It's a very short video of me pulling a pint on this thing. It's made by, let's give you the full, there we go. It's made by Daewoo, however you pronounce it, and it's called an ice machine. It's a 5 litre beer dispensing chilling machine. So I've been very dubious about purchasing one of these. I've kind of believed that the Blade was about the best one on the market, and then behind that the Perfect Draft, and then there's all these other ones, and there's mixed reviews to say, oh, they're okay, but the fiddly, it's very hard to fit your keg, you can't do this, I've returned it. This thing is fantastic. I can't rate it enough. But yeah, I did a 1 minute video just to say I love this pump. I pulled a pint on it, and it was this that I pulled. A commercially bought keg, 5 litres, or is it 8.799 pints in one of them. So obviously I've been doing a lot of looking up, researching, and you can reuse them. Silly me went out as soon as I bought it and bought 2 of these for £9 each. These come with that kind of bung, which I can't show it you now because I've modified it, but there's a pressure release valve in the top, and it can't be used for anything other than filling it with beer and using the tap. But you can modify these. So in the bottom, this was all one solid piece. In the bottom I've just got a very sharp knife and slowly cut round there, and then in the top I put a drill bit less than a millimetre less than that circumference, and just drilled it out. As soon as I started it just popped out, so that's been thoroughly cleaned. And in there is still the seals because I used the right, I think it's 11mm, that's 12mm, but I used an 11mm drill bit. So I've now got a reusable one, so I'm going to try that now. So I've had some comments on this video that I've done, and a lot of people's asking me questions about what can you put on it, can you reuse the kegs, can you do that sort of thing. So I've seen some things. I've not actually seen a video with these being reused with these, so I'm going to give it a go, see what happens. Right, quick overview. In the box is this bag, take one of these out, is basically a conversion kit, which I haven't used, I might never use, I don't know. Conversion kit, because this takes any 5 litre keg that you buy off the market. It also takes Heineken, which is a different fitting, and that's what this is for. That's a conversion kit to allow you to put Heineken 5 litres in there as well. You've also got, this is for cleaning the spout and the beer line that's inside. You'll see me use that later in the video. It's quite a lot of, sure you can buy these, but quite a lot of, I don't know if you can see that. If I put my hand behind it, you might not. There we go. There's quite a lot. I think there's about 6 or 7 replacement seals. So inside this, it's got a connector that goes onto the beer, and it's got another connector that goes onto the gas. And then this is very interesting because it's also got some replacement bungs. I've ordered some of these from the internet with seals, with caps on. So what I'm planning to do is fill this up with beer, home brew, or purchase some cans or some big bottles and then seal it and see if it lasts. I think home brew is probably better because it might expand a little bit. But on these it actually tells you do not reuse. You can't pressurise these barrels, which you can, because that pressurizes it to pour it out, but it says you can't reuse these, obviously, because they want you to come back and buy these are probably the cheapest out there, 15 quid a go, which works out about £2 a pint, £1.85 a pint. That might be cheap in some parts of the country, but it's about pub price where I live. So yeah, I'm going to try and fill this up with some normal shop bought beer and see if it works. See if I even need gas. I might not need gas in it, but these tell you not to refill, but this machine gives you replacement buns, so you can reuse them, or it wouldn't give you replacement buns. You don't get a keg with this machine, so it's a replacement bun for shop bought ones. So they can be reused no matter what the commercial side of the kegs tell you. So all I'm going to do now, this has been sterilised, I'm going to put about 8 cans of this in, 10 cans of this in, into this. I'm going to put that bung or that bung in it, and I'm going to put it in the machine. Might work, might not. Quick overview of the machine then. Just move this out the way and bring you a little bit closer. Drip tray, that just clicks in place and it comes off to be washed. This, which I won't open now, underneath the drip tray is a drain hole, because you put water inside them to help keep it chilled, and it just plugs in. On the top there, let me just see if you can see it. So on the top there, this is the release button. You just press that to lift the top, and then at the back, that is for your gas. I'll show you a gas bulb. Here we go, I've got one here. So there's a gas bulb. It takes 16 grams gas. You can use 12 grams if you haven't got 16 grams, and you just wrap some insulator tape around the middle to widen it to make it the same size. Let's open it up. Press the button and it releases. Inside, this is the fitting that goes inside the keg, and you can see it's what you probably can't see. Let me just put the torch on my phone, and you can see it's got an arrow there and an arrow there. Gas in, beer out at the bottom. So arrow, arrow, and then beer comes out at the bottom. So I'll show you that in a minute. This is a really simple piece of kit. So this is spring loaded. You can pull it down and let it go. There's an air line on the back of that, and this is a quick release. And that white button is what you press to release the gas. So this just unscrews. If I don't drop it in. This just unscrews. Your gas drops inside there. Screw it back on, and you'll feel it get tight. There we go. And then you push it in and it clicks in. You won't feel the gas come out of this. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't connected, because you just lose the gas. You know if you've got a leak, because up at the top here or down at the bottom you'll see it ice up very quickly, and you'll just waste the canister. So just take that out. So I can if you imagine that's now in the keg, that just clips into place. You leave it click, and then this clicks into place. Once that's in, you put your gas in, close it, pull your beer. It's as simple as that. Your first pint might fob, but you've got a gas control here, so it's manual, so you just pull your first pint, whether it's Guinness, lager, cider, and then just adjust this for your carbonation and for your gas to make it flow at your whatever speed you want. So as I'm looking at this, getting it out the box, I'm thinking it can't be that easy, it can't be that simple, but it really is. I'm now going to fill this. I'm trying always. I probably might never do this again, but I've been asked the question, so I'm going to put some lager in this, put a bund on, prep it up, and then use it. Just a normal funnel. I think if I just pour it in like that, it might decarbonate a little bit, so I'll probably hold it at a certain degrees and try and pour some lager in that way. So I'll just get set up and come back to you. Here we go. I've chilled these. What the instructions do say on this is, obviously if you've got 5 litres and it's at room temperature filled with beer that you bought from the shop, this will take 10, 12, maybe even 14 hours to bring it down to temperature. So it's always best to pre-chill these the day before if you can, and then put them in so that they're already down to temperature, and then that'll just hold them at temperature as long as it's switched in. So it's as simple as this. Now let's get it in. I'm just going to try and get it at an angle like that, and then here we go. So I'm either going to be chuffed to bits with this, or I'm going to lose 10 cans of lager. But you have to experiment, don't you? There's one. The missus will come down here in a minute, see 10 empty cans and think I'm on one. This is number 3. It's weird because this feels so wrong. It feels like I'm pouring it away. Okay, I've got 10 cans in. 11 cans is 4.8 something litres, so it could be almost full then. See if we can zoom in. If you can just see the top of that keg. It's just starting to come up. So I'm going to give the last can a go. I've waited a couple of minutes for that to settle, and it's not settled. You can see what I've managed to get in. And I've just gone to open the 11th. Whatever I don't get off this, I'm sure I can find somewhere for it to go away. So, oops. Yeah, I'm going to try and get this one in. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. It could just be a little bit of gas that I lose. But because that's almost full now, there's nowhere for that gas to escape because it's only a little vent hole in the top. So I'm probably going to wait a long time for that to go down. So let's give it a go and see what I manage to get in. I don't think I'm going to get very much of this one in, to be honest. I'll do it as slow as I can. Yeah, you can probably see it coming up there now. I'll keep going until I'm actually wasting some of it. there's probably about this much of the can left, so I'm going to leave that. I've got over 8 pints into that with hardly any waste, so I'm really pleased about that. And obviously that bit wasn't wasted. There we go. 11 cans of Carling into one barrel to pour whenever I want, chilled. Okay, right. I've just moved all the empty beers. I'm just going to move this out the way as well. So in here we've got probably 8.5 pints, I'm thinking. If we're going to test it, we might as well test it. These are the ones that come with the kit, but I'm going to use the one that I've modified. Oh, that I've modified myself. So I'm going to put that in. Press it down. Make sure that's all the way on as it is. That's a nice snug fit, so I'm glad that seems okay. One side, 2 sides. Yep. Good to go. Clear the click and the click. Pop it in. I'm just going to bring you a little bit closer for this. Set you up right so that you can see the gas going in. So there it is. And then as I get tight, you should hear like a click or a gassing as it opens up. You ready? I'm hoping that stops. Yeah, that gas coming out of there was the bit from the top when I didn't get that last can in. Push it up, click it in, pull it down, and now the moment of truth. Let's see. I hope you can see that. Oh, it's very gassy. Right, it's settled a minute. I'm going to drill through this head. I'm just going to pour it and waste a little bit, and then I can drink that one, and I'll pour my second pint and see what it's like. It might still need to settle because I've literally thrown it in there after pouring all the beer in and then tried to pull a pint. Let's see. I think that looks better, doesn't it? I just hope it settles down. Ooh. Just turn you around. few lights on. That's great. If that settles down, it's fantastic. So I'm going to try another pint now. I think I'll get a fresh glass actually. Coors Light glass there, or a San Miguel glass. I just want to try this again. Let me go and get one. Oh. Yeah, I'll have a San Miguel. Awful when you can't decide what glass you get. If you go to the pub, you just get what you're given. I'm nervous about this. Let me turn you around. It's probably going to fob because I've gassed it up too much, which I've already said, but I'm silent because I'm excited. Look at that! So that went slower then. So I'll just show you that on top you can turn the gas up, and I can now hear that going back in. Turn it off. You might see it if I turn it up while I'm doing it. Oh my God. I have even impressed myself. Get in! Get in!